Hi everybody, hope you're having a great day. Today I'm excited to bring you another declutter video. I tend to do these, I would consider more often than even I would have assumed I could. I don't have a massive collection, and I did just do one of these not too long ago. I mean, I filled up this little box with stuff. So let's start with the stuff that you guys just saw on top just now. Spoilers. So this palette, this is the Butter London Natural Goddess palette. This is the palette I had in my One Palette 1 Week series. It is very reflective. I'll try not to blind you. And this is a palette that I actually really enjoy. The reason I decided to pass it on is because I have other palettes that I enjoy more, and several of these shades are dupable in my stash. I have a blue shade, like this light blue that I prefer in my Kaleidos palette. This dark brown I like as a liner shade, but I actually didn't really care for it in the outer corner. I had kind of a hard time blending it. These 4 shades are beautiful as one and done like one shadow looks, but I have a lot of those types of shadows in my stash, and I decided that this would do better in someone else's stash that didn't have it as perhaps as much eyeshadow and could appreciate it more. I do love the packaging on this. Like, this is just so stunning. I love the flowers and like the wood grain on it. This is really pretty, and this is the size of palette that ideally for me all palettes should be. They should all be sleek, slim, easy to store, and pretty like this. But this is going to my sister. You guys are gonna laugh at me for this next one because I just hauled this. This is the Enjoy Every Moment Cargo Cosmetics palette. And every time I look at this, I want to keep it. It is a beautiful, cool tone palette. Look at that. Ooh, just looking at it again, I'm like, should I pass it on? The problem, however, with this, as I showed in my haul video, is that it's very, very similar to my other Cargo Cosmetics palette that I already have. So I was trying to be honest with myself. Do I really think that this will get as much love as I want to give it, considering that I have lots of shadows, especially singles? I've been getting more into singles lately. So I decided with a heavy heart to pass it on. Usually, a lot of times when I watch other people's declutters, if they say things like, oh, I don't really want to get rid of it, I think to myself, well then, keep it. But that other palette I have is really similar. Let me quick grab it. Okay, here's the one I already have. Here's the one I just purchased. This one has some slightly warmer shades in it than this one, but you can see how close they are. And you know what they say about a good gift? You know it's a good gift if you want to keep it for yourself. And I've only swatched this palette. It's that new to me. I haven't used it in my eyes yet, and I would love to give this again to my sister. I know that she would love this. My sister is actually a part-time librarian, and I thought, what perfect shadows to wear to work as a librarian, right? She's got like my dream job. I think that was so cool. What else do I have here? Oh, so this was in my project pan. I decided I didn't want to pan it anymore. This is probably going in the garbage. It's going to expire here in just a couple of months, and I really, really detest it. It's very thick, it's very sticky, it has a super thick white cast, and even though no matter how hard I tried to work it into my skin, I felt like you could see it and that it didn't really dry. I felt sticky when I wore this. And we're going into fall. Like, I don't even know who I could really give this to because I disliked it so much. I don't feel like inflicting it on anyone. Really, I really disliked it. This just came in an Ipsy bag. I didn't actually unbag that Ipsy. It came late into the new month. I figured, I don't know if anyone would want to watch it later, but this is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better. This is the CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream with SPF 50. This was actually an add-on that I put, let me quick open it for you, that I put in my bag. Unfortunately, I got it in the shade Light, which I thought would be fine, but it is actually way too orange for me. I put it on my inner wrist, and there's no way I can make this work, unfortunately. So I have to find someone of my friends that has a little bit of a darker skin tone than me who might enjoy that. Ooh, here's another little palette. So again, from one of my haul videos, I ordered a palette on Poshmark, and the seller just sent this along as an extra little freebie. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Nude Awakening palette, and it didn't look like she'd done anything but swatch it, really. So this is pretty new, and I like a lot of those shades. A lot of those shades for me are everyday shades. It's just not something that I feel I need, so I'm gonna pass this along. Here's another little It Cosmetics sample. This is the Bye Bye Under Eye Cream. And the dog got a hold of this and chewed the cap on, destroyed it, so now it has no cap. But this actually works shade-wise for me for under my eyes, and I just don't really like it. I feel like it's very fiddly. You have to get the tiniest amount, use like the warmth of your finger to warm it up and like very carefully tap it in. Like it's just, I find it fiddly to work with. So it's just not my favorite. This is moving on. Okay, I have a whole bunch of lip products in here. Like I really feel like I made progress in my attitude towards some lip products. So let me tell you what I mean. First of all, I've been hanging on to this because this is one of my favorite lip products. This is the Balm Jour Gentle. This is the creamy lip stain in the shade Salute. And I actually already have one of these. I really like how thin the formula is. Like it just sits on the lips so nicely. This, once again, I'm like, no, I don't need a backup of this. The first one is going to take me forever to use up as well. So this, once again, this is another one that's going to my sister. I think that she will like it. Here's another one of those. This is in the shade Konnichiwa, and I love this. However, I think it's gone bad. It smells weird. Oh, it smells sour, actually. So this has definitely gone bad. I don't even know if I want to swatch it in my hand. Maybe I will. I'll show it. I love this formula, and I think this color is, again, so pretty. But this one's going in the garbage, unfortunately. It has gone off. This lip product, it's by Luna by Luna. This is the lip gloss in the shade Venus. This is a really fun shade. It's unlike anything I have in my stash. However, I only feel like reaching for it like 2 times a year. Like, look at that. It's almost like a leaning on like the orange side. And this is like the time of year to wear this particular type of shade. But I'm just trying to be real with myself. I don't want to waste makeup. So I want to pass this along to someone who maybe will be a bit more suited to their skin tone, because I do like it. I just don't wear it. So this is getting passed on. Next up, we have a lip oil from NYX. This is the hashtag This Is Everything lip oil in the shade Sheer Sky Blue. This is mostly sheer. It has like the lightest bluish tinge possible. There, you can see there it looks completely clear. However, when I wear a lip oil, I tend to put a few layers on, and at that point you can barely start to see that blue tinge, and it just makes me look odd. It makes me look very cold and not in a good way, like I need to be taken to a hospital or something. So I'm not sure. So I feel like this would probably work for someone who just doesn't apply as much on their lips, who just wants a very thin sheer layer on. So I'll see if I have a friend who wants this. This is a bullet lipstick that was a collaboration between Ipsy and Betty Boop. This is the shade Mauve Baby. I like this. In fact, I remember wearing it in a video where I got a compliment on it. I just am kind of, I've been moving away from these deeper mauve shades that for the longest time were what I wanted to wear. So that's it right there. See how pretty that is? That is so nice. But once again, I think this would just sit in my stash and go bad. I'm just not drawn to this shade as much anymore. So I don't really need to keep several shades like this that are really close to each other. So along the same line, this is a Bite Beauty lipstick in the shade Pepper. Once again, so pretty. I think it'll just go bad sitting in my stash. So there, that is right next to the Ipsy one. Not quite the same shade. This one's a little deeper, but definitely in the same family, right? So this one is practically new. I've only used it a couple of times. I'm happy to pass that on to a friend. So another one of those balm things. Once I found out that I really liked that formula from the balm, I saw a little mini set of these in Ross, and I picked up the little mini set. This is a shade that I just won't wear. This is, once again, the Balm Jour Mini Creamy Lip Stain. This is in the shade Aloha. This is so pretty, and I was hanging on to it just in case I wanted a color like this, but gotta be honest with myself, it will just go bad on me. Look how pretty that is. Oh, that is so lovely. And I just love the formula. It is so thin and comfortable. So I'm hoping to find a friend who will like this more. It's more of a bright pink. Really pretty though. Okay, that's it for lip products. I do have a brow product in here. This is from IT Cosmetics. This is the Brow Power Pencil in Universal Taupe. On one side, there is a spoolie, and on the other side is the pencil. This is one that they call it universal because they say with the more pressure you use will make it darker, and if you have lighter brows, use a super light hand. And I just am not a gigantic fan of the tip on this, the applicator. I tend to prefer much more precision, fine tips. I felt like the couple times that I used this, my brows looked messy, and I am just not someone who wants to be meticulous with my brows. I just want something that I can do quickly, and I have other things that I like more. So this is getting passed along as well. This is an eyeliner from Manna Kadar. I don't feel comfortable passing along eyeliner to friends, so this unfortunately is just going in the garbage. This is the Idyllic Gel Eyeliner Pencil. I don't like how it's loose in the packaging. It makes it difficult. Oh, look, it's already like coming out. Uh-oh. Do you see that? It was like hanging out. But that's how it looks there. I will, oh no. Yeah, it's broken. You could see how it just came out. See if I can manage to give you a little swatch. So it was just a black eyeliner, but yes, it's broken. So that's moving along. Next I have a felt tip eyeliner. This is from Eyeko. That's where I draw the line. Once again, I don't really feel comfortable passing this on to anyone, but I took this out the other day just to practice doing wings, and it's like dried up. Oh, of course, now it isn't, now that I have tried it on my back of my hand there. I really struggled with this to work on the really loose skin around my eyes. It was very skippy. I could not get a line to save my life. Here on the back of my hand, it looks nice and wet, but going like this, it just felt very dry, which annoyed me because I had stored it like this, specifically to keep all of the fluid down by the tip so that it wouldn't be dry like that. So I did find that really annoying. See, I'm trying it again in the back of my hand. I feel like if you press pretty hard, you get some pigment to come out, but what I'm looking for is a very thin line. And look, like nothing comes out of the very tip when I'm trying to get a very thin line. There, I applied more pressure and more came, but that makes a thicker line. Making a thin line, yeah, not much comes out. So yeah, this was a fail for me. This is a product that unfortunately I forgot I had. I had it kind of shoved in the back of a drawer, and it's been long enough now that I don't really feel comfortable using it. The texture of it is different. This is from Benefit. This is a sample of the High Beam highlighter. It's a satiny pink complexion product. It comes out on a little brush. And I'm not much into highlighting, but I had kept it like it came in a subscription box because I thought it might be pretty to use in like the inner corner. See how that is really pretty. But the texture is weird now. And when it comes to cream products, when it's way, way, way past its expiration date, it makes me nervous. So unfortunately, this has to go. And I do have one brush that I decided I'm not using. This is from Real Techniques. This is the 101 brush. It's called the Complexion Blender Brush. It's more of like a stippling type brush, but it's in a different shape where it's like it got longer around the edges and it gets short, and then slightly longer ones in the middle again, and then it gets short. Like it's almost like a target type shape. It's very interesting. And I bought this back when I was really trying to figure out what I like to use for applying foundation, complexion products. This for me was not my favorite. It's probably user error. I'm probably just not using it in the right way or using it with the right type of product. But I've decided that I just don't need this. I do have other brushes that I like to use, and this is nice and clean. I've only used it a couple times, and I've washed it, so I'm ready to give this to a friend. But that's everything I have today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a glorious day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!